Hi, boys and girls. In reading today, we are still talking about characters and their traits, like how you know who they are on the inside. So here's our old anchor chart, remember, with this little boy. And we're definitely not talking about who our characters look like on the outside. We want to know who they are on the inside. And we can tell who they are on the inside by the things that they're thinking, the words that they're saying, and their actions, like the things that they do. So today I'm going to read you a book. I think I maybe have read it to you before, or maybe you've just heard of it before. And we're going to talk about some traits that might describe my character. And then we're going to also fill out how I know, like why I decided that they have those traits. So we're kind of looking for proof, right? If you say that they have this trait, why do you think they have them? And you might have to ask mom and dad for help coming up with words to describe your characters, because first graders usually just want to call characters happy, sad, mad, and those are more like emotions. And we can use emotions sometimes, like feelings, but there are other words that describe people. And it's okay if your mom and dad help you come up with those words, and then you can kind of find the proof that shows that they're like that, okay? Because this is kind of a tricky thing if we don't know these big words, okay? So I'm going to start by reading you this book, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. I love this book. It's funny. Lots of the pigeon books are funny. So I am going to be describing the character of the pigeon, okay? So kind of pay attention. Here we go. Hi, I'm the bus driver. Listen, I've got to leave for a little while, so can you watch things for me until I get back? Thanks. Oh, and remember, don't let the pigeon drive the bus. Uh-oh. I thought he'd never leave. Hey, can I drive the bus? Please. I'll be careful. I tell you what, I'll just steer. My cousin Herb drives a bus almost every day. True story. This is his frustration there. Vroom, vroom, vroomy, vroom, vroom. Pigeon at the wheel. No? I never get to do anything. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's play Drive the Bus. I'll go first. Come on, just once around the block. I'll be your best friend. How about I give you $5? What's the big deal? It's just a bus. No fair. I bet your mom would let me. I have dreams, you know. Fine. Let me drive the bus. Ugh. I'm back. You didn't let the pigeon drive the bus, did you? Great. Thanks a lot. Uh-oh. Bye. Hey. Okay, so on this page that you're going to get at home also, you can write the character's name from your book. My book had pigeon in it, so I'm going to describe pigeon, so I wrote his name here. And then it says draw your character, so I drew pigeon right there. Now, I went through my book, I flipped back through the pages, and I found some words that I thought described the pigeon. I thought he was a little sneaky. I thought he was a little pushy, and I thought he was also frustrated. Now, frustrated is kind of a feeling or an emotion, right? But that's okay. We can use one feeling on here, but we're going to try to use other words also. Okay, so how do I know he's sneaky? I'm going to find proof in the book because that's what good readers do, okay? So remember, before I even came up with those words, I flipped through the pages. Right away, right here, I thought he'd never leave. To me, that shows he's sneaky. It would be like if you were in, your house and your parents left, and then you were like, oh, my parents are gone, great. It means you think you're gonna do something you're not supposed to because the grown-up's gone, right? So, how can I tell he's sneaky? I'm gonna write, he waits until the bus driver is gone to ask, because he already knows he isn't supposed to do it. It would also be kind of like if you're one of those kids who's ever asked mom a question and mom said no, and then you go ask dad the same question, hoping that you get a different answer. Or maybe the other way around. Maybe you ask dad first and then you go ask mom. That's a little sneaky, isn't it? Right. He waits until the bus driver is gone to ask because he knows he's not supposed to do it. That is sneaky. Okay, my next describing word for the character Pigeon is pushy. Why do I say he's pushy? Because he asks over and over and over again. Another word for this is persistent, but I thought pushy was maybe a better first grade word. Now I really felt like he was being pushy on, where is it? Hold on, this page. I mean, he is not giving up. He's being persistent and pushy. He's like, I'll be your best friend. How about I give you $5? I'll bet your mom would let me. I have dreams too, It's just a bus, right? He asks like a whole bunch of times. I bet if I counted all the times he asked in this book, I'd be at least at 20, okay? So that's what I'm going to write here. He asks over and over and over again. He is very pushy. He says he's going to give me $5, right? He's bribing me. I could write that here too. He's bribing, right? Okay? He's pushy. He won't stop asking, right? He knows the answer is no. And then look at this page. This is where I used an emotion. Let me drive the bus, right? Okay, so this is where I put he was frustrated. Look at him. He is flapping his wings out of control. He is clearly yelling. His eyes have gone red, right? His arm motions. He's laying on the ground. He's throwing a fit, okay? His body here is showing me how he's feeling, right? I mean, he's screaming, but his body is showing me also how he is feeling. So I'm going to write down some of those examples on my page with frustrated. I'm going to say, he screams and flaps his arms. Well, I guess he doesn't have arms, does he? Flaps his wings and falls to the ground. Okay, this is how I can tell that the pigeon is frustrated. All right? Now, you are going to be listening to a book called Chester's Way by Kevin Hinkes. And in this book, there are 3 different characters. There is Lily, there is Chester, and there is Owen. And they are all very interesting characters. So, you can pick just one that you'll write down here. You can pick Chester, you can pick Owen, you can pick Lily. Draw them, or just do the best you can, and then describe that character and give some reasons why, okay? Make sure the reasons come from the story. If you need to like pause the video and go back and find it again, you can, okay? Like if I were you, I would pick your favorite character, or I might pick a character that seemed like it had the biggest personality, okay? Like by personality, I mean like, oh, like over the top. Like they aren't just kind of just boring, I guess. Like they They're loud. They've got lots of personality. I can't think of a better word for it, right? Okay, so you're describing that book and filling out this page on Seesaw. Alrighty?